I have two children, two daughters. One is 11 and the other one is 6 years old already. And I have to say I was lucky enough that I met system vector psychology and Yuri Burlan when my elder daughter was a little baby. And I didn't have that unsuccessful experience of bringing up modern children without proper knowledges. It's not like I was afraid of how I'm going to bring them up, how I'm going to raise them, how I'm going to educate them or teach them good manners or whatever. I didn't know how to do this. And there was a sort of fear somewhere deep inside me that if something goes wrong and the child behaves not the way that I expected, I wouldn't know how to deal with it. And actually, we already started to have some problems with the elder daughter. Her name is Sophia. She was about, I think it was 2 years old. She could start crying, just crying without obvious reasons. It's not like she wanted a toy and you didn't buy her a toy, and then you bought a toy and, oh, mommy, you're the best mommy in the world. No, it was not like that. Like, it was not toys. It was not insults. It was not something like just... She wanted my attention every 5 seconds, while my depression wanted my attention too. I needed to get some time to stay, at least just to stay down and quiet without everyone around me wanting my attention. And it was very difficult, like very difficult. I thought I would never have a child again. I already didn't know what to do with that. Like, I didn't know why she's crying. She was like grown up enough. It was not a little baby. She was an independent person already. Yes, a little one, but a human being. And she was feeling something. And she was crying. And she was crying worse and worse if you try to calm her. But luckily, as I mentioned, it was just after I completed the training. And I realized something about my daughter. I realized why she could do this. And actually, that was sufficient. You know, what the most beautiful thing about this training and about the system vector psychology in general is that you don't have to think, oh, this is why, this is that, like that, and I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. No, you are just reacting according to the situation without thinking. You react naturally. And when I realized why she is behaving like that, what sort of manifestations this could be, she just stopped doing it. Because naturally, of course, we did something. We started to take her with us to more places to see around and so on and so far. And I started, when you understand the problem of the child, you feel much better inside. You feel quiet yourself. And your child also getting much more quiet because she's that little one. She depends on your personal good states and your personal feeling of safety and security. And altogether, this problem just disappeared. Like, it never returned again. Never. During all these years. And I knew how to deal with that increased sensitivity. That is to say, I know how to use it, this energy. This is a sort of energy that you just have to know how to use it, how to direct your development in the right direction, right way. She's an artist. She's drawing nice pictures, and she's pretty talented. She's getting good recommendations, that is to say. Of course, if I understand, I catch myself with that thought that without system vector psychology, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't send her to the drawing school or courses because I just didn't feel about it like something, like I was a musician And I was thinking through myself that, music is, everything. But she's not done for music. I would be frustrated. She would be frustrated. Everybody would be unhappy. And ultimately, children is such a big part of your life, and you fail. It would be an ultimate failure. But we were lucky to avoid it. And then I have another daughter, the second one. She's different from the first one. She's different from me. But I know how to deal with her. But I know what to give her, where to send her, what education she needs. And they will grow, they will be raised up in different ways, these two daughters. Same parents, two different children. If I didn't know system vector psychology, I wouldn't see the difference. They're just two nice little sweet girls, and that's it. But they're so different from inside, and they have to be treated differently. And many times, with both of them, many times during these 9 years after the training, I caught myself thinking that this is the moment, this exactly is the moment when I would screw it if I didn't get this knowledge. I wouldn't have enough patience sometimes. I would be probably even screaming, or maybe even beating, sometimes spanning them, or something like that. Because when you lose patience, you think you are right doing anything because you want the best to your children, and they do not behave. They do not follow your advice, and don't do what you want them to do. You have to first direct them in the right direction, so they can feel satisfaction from what they are doing. If you're trying to involve them in something which is not natural to them, which is not corresponding to their innate desires, they will never be happy. They will not be getting satisfaction, and of course they will not be wanting to do this. What I mean, during the training, Yuri Burlan is giving you knowledge and skills and tools, particular tools. You are acquiring skills and tools. Knowledge just helps you naturally, without subconsciously. You are just reacting naturally. You just change your view picture of the world, but also you can think it and choose it with your mind. What tool to use in this or that particular situation. So it's not only knowledge, some abstract knowledge, and that's it. You also get, you can, complete a list during the training of what to do when. For me, Yuri Burlan's system vector psychology is a unique and universal method of, or a tool of understanding and solving all kinds of psychological problems. And I'm absolutely confident in telling that you can solve quite any problem at your personal level if you get this knowledge, system vector psychology, quite any problem. And even without them, because sometimes, as it was in my case, you don't understand something. You get more understanding about your own problems and complexes during the training. And of course, to people who has children, because children is our everything, children is our future. And we screw so many times during one day in their education. So this is already dangerous. So you have to complete the training of Yuri Burlan if you have got children, that's for sure.